Hey there, my fellow gene-tailored warriors, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Vault Builders. Episode 29, Bad Timing, Breach Your Blitz. Alright, Crimson has arrived at the vault. First thing I want to do is to grab my bed and drugs. Food, bed, everything is on Enthek. Okay. Where's the bed? Oh, there it is. Alright, your mood is fine for now, so let's go in. Interestingly, no one instant joined us. That is honestly the first time that has ever happened. Right? I can't remember a time where we go into a new vault and there wasn't like an occupant going, "Hey, I'm on your team now." So this is really strange. I'll have to be a little bit more cautious. And Louie, thank you for the bits. Thank you for the cheer. Cheers. Alright, 1 day left on that. Got it. So the reason why I'm removing the bridges as soon as the pump's built is as soon as you build the pump, the immediate tile underneath is dry, and not having a wooden bridge underneath you that is flammable is like a, you know, safety risk. This beer has been ready for like a year, hasn't it? It's just been sitting there. One thing we don't have a lot of is tea. But we could have tea. We just don't have haulers hauling the tea leaves. Lazy. Wait, where are you hauling those tea leaves? I don't know. It was bringing them the wrong shelf, because I think the shelf, I only have one shelf and it was occupied. So we are almost half done building the moisture pumps. It's pretty quick. And then it will take like 2 weeks to expand, to dry out all this. So I don't really want to build any turrets until I have like a solid wall. But what I could do, which would be even more punishing, is build a improved vault wall here. Meaning attackers won't even be able to get through it. They could maybe pod onto the other side, but I'll set up appropriate defenses for that potential situation. Okay, it's one of these designs, this spherical one. Which means there's nowhere good to sleep. That sucks. So in the morning, beer and ambrosia. For a little bit of mood. Don't forget to home zone? Yeah, I could home zone her so she's less paranoid. I at some point, like, I want to remove that paranoia, so it's not a thing I have to do. Because I hate when she spends time, when I'm not micromanager, and she spends time, like, cleaning up and hauling other people's vault stuff. It's like, I don't care about this. Waste of my time. EMI Dynamo for pay. The Pious Path wants to drop an EMI Dynamo on us. It's guarded by manhunting monkeys and a hostile mechanoid structure. And they're offering to give us basically very little for our efforts. I mean, an LTech shirt is great and all, but like I honestly don't care. Well, actually, the skill training for shooting might be nice. I don't know. Should I accept the Dynamo? So what I could do is I could accept the quest right when Crimson wraps up the vault here to have her immediately get dispatched out to the Dynamo and kill it. So that I don't have the Dynamo shutting power down. It's a thought. Who would benefit from the shooting trainer? Dagonite is maybe the one to benefit the most. Will Misha survive? Yes, of course. EMI dynamos can't turn off ancient technology. They're EMI immune. They are solar flare and EMI immune. Except for the lights, for some reason. Alright, one more minute to win this poll. Seems a bit of a toss-up. So if you want to break the tiebreaker, go for it. Crimson, don't... Wait, I queued up you to eat and drink. Why didn't you? That was weird. So what I'm hoping to do is to find a power source here so I can open up these doors. Because these doors are powered off, and until I find, like, a powered battery or a power source, I'm not going to be able to get those open within a reasonable amount of time. Oh, the other problem is I only have 24 hours to do this EMI Dynamo for Bay, so it's going to affect us for a bit. You're... Ivan Solo. Okay. You are a deserter, but, I'm gonna rescue and banish. That's my plan. I don't actually want him. I could bio-battery him. That'd be horrible. He is, in the deserter faction, but he doesn't have any powers, and he's not exactly got skills I particularly care for, so I'm not planning on having him be added to our roster. So if he doesn't leave on his own accord, I'll just banish him. I don't want to make him fuel. He's an enemy of my enemy. He is a deserter after all. In fact, if I made him fuel, does he belong to a faction? No, he doesn't actually belong to a faction. Because if he was actual deserter, it would piss off the deserters to make him fuel. Alright, come on, power source. Oh, boo. So we've got 12 of 20 now. Getting close. Yeah, if I really wanted more power, I mean, I really don't, because I have 3 ancient geothermal generators pumping out almost 7,000 watts apiece. Power is not a concern at all. I have so much grid excess. But if I did... Oh, yeah, he joined. Okay. Well, bye. But if I needed more power, I could just use my psychic shock ability and put like mega sloths in the batteries or this grizzly bear. Like, I'll just do it for the funsies. And it seems like I am not going to accept the Dynamo quest. Got it. So delete. There we go. Bear into the battery. The TLDR is the more massive the thing is, the longer it stays in the battery, because it whittles down your, like, kilogram weight. So it's best to have big things in batteries, like mega sloths, elephants, bears, Thrumbo, etc. Well, not that I would put a Thrumbo in there. But it consumes your mass for power. Menace Cluster. So, Shock Lance, Insane Lance, Bombardment Targeter, Antigrain Warheads. It would be 2 low shields, a high shield, mech drop beacons, mech assemblers, Inferno, turrets, etc., etc., etc. Do we accept the Menace Cluster? Wait, I forgot to check who's on... Oh, Pious Path. Okay. I would never accept a quest from the Empire, but this is offered by our ally. And Anonymous Gifter, thanks for gifting out a sub. My 2 cents, the rewards are a little weak for the effort, but I think with Crimson Home, and it wouldn't be too hard to get this cleared. The Integrating Warheads could be useful. Same with the Bombardment Targeter. One of the advantages of the Bombardment Targeter is we could bring that to like a raid site and clear the raid site very effectively, but that doesn't necessarily mean we have to choose that as a reward. Okay, there is some sort of power source here, because these vault doors are open, or powered rather. There it is, Joe, Jenny. Wow, there's 3 people in the pods. Fantastic. I'll be doing that last, of course, because I don't want to, have to feed more people than is necessary. Alright, let's go ahead and just... I don't really know where the conduit is, so I'm just gonna, like, make my own conduit, overriding the conduit that they have for the doors, using this steel. Although, to be fair, it's not a lot of steel. And, we are gonna accept the mech cluster, got it. So I'll ask about the reward in a second. But first, what choice? So, Misha can have Efficient Builder, a chance to be refunded, or Plasteel Claws. Retractable Claws deal high damage in melee combat. So, Wolverine Claws or builds better. Up to you. And again, the weakness doesn't matter because she's able to remove any weakness she wants instantly. She is not melee, but she certainly could be. One of the advantages of the Plasteel Claws is you can turn someone who's not natively melee into a very fantastic meleeer, because as soon as anyone gets close to them, she just shreds them. Yeah. But it looks like you guys want efficient building. Okie dokie. And let's get rid of that sickly or whatever it was. Done. So for the quest, what reward? So the advantage of reward number 1 is we could use it to attack the Empire. The advantage of reward number 2 is we could use it to defend our base. The advantage of reward number 3 is it's a complete waste of my time. So an attack item, a defense item, or a waste of my time. Our rocket swarm is done. Cool. Let's get next IEDs. Because if we have antigrain, might as well have IEDs. In my mind, they kind of go hand in hand. Why are you meditating so often? Oh, yes, hold on, let me fix that. There we go. It was my fault. Nice. We found the lab. We got some recreation. Let's move this bed in there. You'll have happier sleep. That's a terrible spot for components. Who did that? And why? And it looks like you guys want reward number 1. So I think what I want to do is I want to wait as long as I can to accept this quest. So that Crimson can be home for it. So we have a full force to deal with the Menace Pods, because it doesn't really make sense to accept it with 4 days to spare with Crimson away. Why don't I ever bring back some of the unique ancient wreck items? Do they suck? Yeah, they suck. So the ancient wreck items have a default quality of normal. Essentially, the way the recreation works is The rec power is how fast it fills up your recreation desire. So the less powerful it is, the more time you have to spend on that rec item to fill up that type of recreation. So this is like dexterity play. So playing Ancient Foosball will slowly raise your dexterity play at 110%. The lower the quality it is, the more likely you are to get bored of it. So legendary recreation items fill your rec meter up really fast, which means you don't get bored of that rec type. With that said, my billiards table is rec 146 due to a higher base value and a higher quality multiplier. But with that said, my billiards and my poker aren't particularly great. They're both good equally. But even at good at 146, that's still much, much, much better than the ancient crap here. So this ancient, this here is a lot slower. This computer desk, oh no, not the computer desk. Where's the, there's like an ancient computer educator, which is like a chess or poker, and it's also not very good. All right, Crimson, I'm gonna have you break down some shelves so that I have, steel for what? You going back to sleep? Our IEDs are done. Oh my god, that was fast. What am I gonna do? Let's go with Janny gear for the hell of it. So no, they're not a unique type of entertainment. They're using the default, you know, rec type that is built into RimWorld. So they offer no different benefit than just default rec. Which is why I ignore them. If they were useful, I would have grabbed them by now, right? A uranium. Oh, well, that's not going to help me. So I'm breaking down these beds for steel. And oh, we are almost done with the moisture pumps. Breachers. Well, that's going to be fun because they're right where the moisture pumps are. So that sucks. Rod can play for time while everyone else rallies here. Rod can use his Insanity Lance to slow them down. So, who's going to be the most annoying to Insanity Lance? Beaver? The door closed? Are you kidding? Hilda. Whoa! Nancy. Get back. Alright, so I picked this one because they had a burnout shield that they dropped, so it's going to waste their time in a big way. But the problem that I have is I don't really have a functional way of slowing them down at this point. So I'm going to fall back and leave the door open to lure them through, and then we will slice them up. I don't even know how that second one died. They just disappeared? Oh, liver. Something. Okay, the one with the burn shield is gone. So let's rally out here. And Crimson, are you not being productive? Alright, other abilities. Rod, let's have you drop another Insanity Lance on maybe Foxy? Fall back. What? What's going on? Ancient soldiers are attacking me? I don't see any. That's concerning. Alright, taking some hits, but nothing too much of a problem yet. But we're not going to want to stand here forever. This is really bad timing with the amount of micromanagement between multiple war zones. That, and we were just in the process of like setting this, my defenses up to handle attackers in this direction, so having then immediately to deal with attackers here sucks. So they want to breach. I'm gonna let them breach. I don't think anyone is like super hurt in this group. Where are they breaching to? I don't even know. And then Crimson, I did get warned that like someone is attacking me in here, but I don't see hostiles, so I think you're fine. Also, that's your bed now. Yeah, I didn't mean to switch weapons, huh? I was telling him to move, and he was like, oh, I'll take this random mace. Oops. Alright, in this area, we can pop these doors open. I'll do that in a minute. And these guys are going to start breaching around here. Moxie, you don't have summon lightning for a little bit. I think, like, a pretty sizable percent of them are dead. And I'm sort of hoping that they, like, mosey on towards me. Rod can Psychic Shock one down immediately. So I'll have him get in a position for that. I wanted Sapo's shield belt to regenerate before I go in and get shot at again. Alright, so I'm going to do something slightly risky, which is... Oh, they're fleeing now. I was going to say make them vomit and make them run. So we just want to kill all the ones that are, like, fleeing towards me. So they don't cause any more issues for us. Well, I was very mad that they broke one of my moisture pumps, and I would say they paid for it. Moxie, you're Bloodlust, right? Let's have you finish off those that haven't gotten the message yet. You have a shield belt, and you're unconscious. I love it. And then everyone else can go back and get patched up and everything. Alright, Crimson. We've found the broadcast station. Great. The other thing I wanted to do is to power up the rest of the facility and open every door and then hack the broadcast and then hack the pods. Any of these raiders can be thrown in the battery. The battery still has a grizzly bear in it. It's going to have a grizzly bear in it for like a few more days, so there's nowhere to put people. All right. This is open. That has debris prying it open. Thank you, debris. And we are rebuilding. That guy was crawling fast. Yeah, he knew what was going to happen. All right, if I'm not mistaken, that is everything is open. Yes. So, hack the Herm crates. Hack the broadcast station, and then hack the pods. Sapo and Mad Maxie needs medical attention. Okay. The other thing I'm going to need to do is to fire up the corpse crematorium, because there is 18 corpses out there now that I'm going to have to deal with. Thanks. Thanks for all the corpses. Are we gambling on recruits? Nah, I don't think. I mean, sure, why not? I guess. Will I keep a recruit? Yes or no? I know it's a little arbitrary because it's like I'm making the decision, but I'll try to be objective about it. Okay, we have 26 days for the next vault. That's a really good amount of time. And she's going to sleep. But she's going to sleep in a pretty nice bedroom, so should be good. What's the green looking terminal? This thing gives you chem fuel. And because we don't really have much use for chem fuel, I was just gonna leave it alone. What is the range of the unlimited? Okay. Good. Misha is done in 1 day. So with Misha done in 1 day, Misha's going through a removal. She is 4 powers. Who gets gene tailor next? You want to have Misha finish her gene tailoring? Or do you want someone new to go through? I'll leave that up to you. And now I'm going to hack the sarcopods. I'm assuming there's people in here. I'm actually, no, not. I've never seen them empty, but I'm assuming there are people in there. Yeah, it's pretty funny. The moment I get the idea to use the deep water, breachers come in directly there. It's like, man, this could not have been a worse spot. Agent, you are the fastest mover. Wait, missing corpses. Human likes, strangers, ingredient. Oh. Yeah. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna have Agent Venom, because he moves faster than everyone else, work on these corpses. That's so ridiculous. Just complete brute forcing the water drain. There we go. The really important one is now done. And just double checking. Yeah. Now, I wouldn't mind continuing to mine up steel, because I'm sure I'll have more, especially if I were building turrets. Autocannon and regular turrets fire steel, so having a huge supply of steel so that we have barrel munitions would be wise. Whoa, Moxie, you almost died, girl. Fun-sized killjoy. You're not even... Are you... Yeah, you're not even easily angered. I'm not even sure why you got targeted in the way you did. Move the corpse disposal closer to the kill box, perhaps? Yeah. I mean, this was the old kill box, which is why the crematorium was there. Once I have the new kill box built, I'll build a crematorium there. I'm not going to do it ahead of time, because... we're not using that area for kill boxing for, you know, at least 2 weeks until the moisture pumps have a chance to fully expand. And it looks like you guys want Misha to go through the cycle again. Copy that. Oh, I didn't really lay this out in a way that Sapo can benefit from it. Here we go. In case they need to meditate. Janny gear is done. Alright, what do we want next? Let's say... in case we run out somehow of packets of raw meals, I'll get that next. And then all 3 of these pods are hacked and ready to be opened tomorrow. Hopefully with not anyone inside of there wanting to kill us. Supply drop raid. That is a lot of intel. 4 champions, 6 Jan, 3 troop. Possibly additional biosecure crates, which can only be opened by Nobleborn, which we are not. Do we accept the drop raid? Now, the amount of intel they're offering looks good, but it's not all that important to us, only because we have so many burnouts. All the burnouts we have make it so that it's pretty easy to gain intel at this point. Also, I just realized no one has clothing underneath their armor. What? I did not realize. Do we not even have a tailor bench? How little attention have I paid to my people here? Dear Lord. Well, I'll get a tailor bench made. Let's search for one. Tailor. No, I don't have a tailor bench. Okay. Because we have a lot of Devil Strand. I wouldn't mind actually growing more Devil Strand. Especially once we can use this area as a ranch. When the kill box is moved. So that we have a very steady supply of Devil Strand for vault wall building and clothing crafting. And you guys say no to the drop. Drop raid. All right. So we're still accepting the Menace Cluster. I just want to wait as long as possible, and we're accepting for the bombardment targeter. So Crimson's up. And now for the moment of truth. Pod number 1, Nikki. Nikki is 83 years old, not looking hopeful so far. Is blind, frail, with a nuclear stomach and a bunch of scars. Is a fast shooter, but like, yeah, no, I don't need a blinded and frail octogenarian helping me out. So bye. Okay. Pod number 2 is Sadeko or Sadako. You decent passions, but like Slowpoke's not cool. Missandra's definitely not cool. You only have Cryptosleep. Your powers is you make people happy and you can't get burned, but you're prideful. Yeah, also a no. And you have the horrible, atrocious combat stats. Minnie. A pyromaniac. Well, I think that says enough. But we'll go through 55 years old, only a stab scar, with self-control and electric blast. Yep. And you want to murder people and you're bored. So you're basically a psychopath that likes to set things on fire. Bye! Also no. Well, that's honestly not all that surprising. So let's pack up and leave. We're going to return home and accept the Menace pods. Meals, meds, bed, component, because we made all of the moisture pumps. So components are back in the need. Let's do a cooking station. And then they like gene tailoring stuff. Because it can be broken down into materials. Oh, and also the point defense. More security turrets. Forget these sim drives. Alright, that looks good. And that resolves the prediction. I did not keep a recruit. I think I was pretty objective about it. The best one would have been the 83-year-old, but given her health conditions, we would need to like have her perpetually hopped up on like luciferium and other drugs to even make her able to like go in combat due to being frail and everything. So, all right, you guys wanted Misha to be doing the last powered cycle, and then I'm gonna do the removal cycle thereafter, unless the disadvantage isn't all that meaningful. Does superpower heal cure frail? No, I don't believe it can cure things like that. I think it's like wounds, not scars. It's sort of like a biosculptor, where it can maybe do fingers and toes. I'm not even 100% sure about that, but it's not able to do like limbs and scars and things. Much like a biosculpt. Well, I probably, given the amount of time it takes to expand the defenses, will need a new project to work on. Well, that's not true. I can actually start prepping the entryway. But what I'll do is I'll poll you guys about whether you want me to continue working on the defenses or you want me to pivot and do something else. Because it's already been over an hour, so if you want me to change priorities, now's the time to vote for that. Hey, Opfer. Thank you for the gifted subs. I appreciate it. Cheers, dude. And A Woolen and Sir Cardinal, too. Because apparently I'm oblivious and never noticed. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Vault Builders, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow Empire deserters.